Before we begin today's video, I would like to give a special thank you to ClerilCalamityStudios for providing me with a review copy of their game and the opportunity to talk about it to all of you lovely people right here, right now. I mean, Lord knows I have not been a proper reviewer since like a couple of months, but nevertheless, here we are with an RPG simply known as Haven. And let me tell you all something right now. It's really weird. It's a really fucking weird one. I mean, unless you're a fan of having your mind and its inner workings being completely violated, then whoop-de-frickin' let's jump right in. Oh yeah, starting it up and check it out right here. We're a little hoodie man who can float around and stuff in this weird world. It's pretty neato. Then again, I do not think that is how trees work. It's a stump, riveting. It's another stump, fascinating. You see, our diligence reconnaissance skills can clearly tell us that this is indeed a floating island with nonsensical trees and gravity being pulled by the Konami code. And stumps too. The gooey creatures show signs of human fear. They are afraid of you, and yet their fear is also met with love. Oh, so it's kind of like my relationship issue. Anyways, so, you know, I kind of get it. Someone tells you, we are here. You're given the subject, you're given the exposition of everything. Yeah, I get all of that, but more than anything, rather than knowing who exactly they are and where exactly you are, I don't think it's out of the reason to be asking why. Oh my nose, they're performing a black gooey entity fusion dance and they're turning themselves into shade and attacking Claril. That's the name of this Todd in the Shadows wannabe, by the way. Okay, here we go. Time for the combat. So it is your standard turn-based RPG format. The enemy gets a chance to take a swipe at you and then it's your turn to deal some damage. Sanity is your health, ink is your magic, and I know a lot of people have the motto of saying that actions speak louder than words, but I think this game kinda begs to differ. By chanting magic words, you'll be able to utilize some of your magic powers, such as deliberately healing yourself and dealing some pretty okay damage. And every time the shade thing attacks you, he practically gives you more ink so you can use more words. That's kinda weird. That's kinda like if in Pokemon, whenever you face a Rattata, he attacks you by throwing a potion at you. Alright, it all comes down to sheer skill. I think I've been utilizing my words pretty effectively and my attacks have been nothing short of not missing, and oh geez, there's another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. And I beat him. Cause, you know, I am the word master. I used to make raps. Don't look those up. I'll probably delete them by the time I make this video because they're really embarrassing. Welcome, one and all, to the Lobo Front, where a statue of Claril's hood ass is praised virtually every second. The gooey creatures either tell you to back off, or repeat the fact that your existence is essentially that of a god, thus pertaining to the purpose behind this world being created by your subconscious, thus classifying it as your haven, and there is a massive Grim Reaper standing by the entrance for us to hunt down as our prey. And stumps, don't forget that there's stumps in this game. I don't want you to forget at all. Oh, okay, so these gooey limbo things are called inklings, huh? Man, when people said that Splatoon had a dark historical context to it, they weren't kidding. Well, okay, scratch that notion, they 100% were not kidding, because right now we are literally fighting death right now. Like, how are we gonna be able to destroy such an entity into our existence? And I beat him. Gotta say, one of the easiest fistfights of my entire life. Cut to a shitty game quotes from an okay game, and now we're whoa, it's a jester. It's a jester. Okay, I guess we have a new party member now. Kind of came out of the blue and essentially slid himself into the DMs of our battle system, but then again, I do know how much all of you Paper Mario fans love your companions, so here you go, one of the best Paper Mario systems to come out in decades. Wow, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this Joker guy actually kinda kicks ass. I mean, he does have to lose a bit of health every time he has to make like a really strong attack, but his laugh freaking desecrates all of these shady guys, like boom, bam, bam, oh jeez, you're all dead, mates. Moral of the story here, folks, is to never give up on yourself until you have the last laugh. Well, that was indeed quite an eventful haven we had over there, so much so that we're getting these weird dreams explaining our existence being nothing more but pure black. From the left, you see black. From the right, you see black. Our perspectives are nothing more or less than pure darkness. So, does that mean I can get away with showing a black screen for the rest of the video? Because I can surely do that. Okay. See you later, chumps. I'm out of here. Here we are in our hub world. We get to wander around, maybe get a good read at the library, and get to know our fellow alter egos. Basically, it's these kind of guys that we've been encountering throughout the game. They're basically different versions of us that represent, like, who exactly we are. I guess Claril kind of inherited his humor and I guess his knowledge from these two people over here. And yeah, we get to meet them in their places. And stumps. Could we not forget the subconscious? The subconscious is not a memory, Claril. You cannot rationalize irrationality. The winter, though offered no sweat, only tears. Frozen tears at that. That is what the cat was for. The cat can't cry, or at least not in the way that the boy does. Now, this wee little boy cries for a reason, and you know it well already. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, where's my Advil? I need my Advil right now. Maybe the library was a bit too much of a brain picker, so let's go ahead and see what's above here. Okay, for real this time, I don't want to deal with that. Where's my freaking Advil, guys? So, okay, for shits and giggles, I somehow tangled myself into this RPG game by playing an RPG within an RPG made by Jester Boy over here. You have 4 stats: strength, intelligence, agility, and sexiness. Okay, let's distribute these points evenly so then we can, like, make a good representation of ourselves, you know, game immersion and all. Alright, so in terms of strength, like, clearly 1. I did mention that I do not lift. Agility, whew, baby, I'm all about that. So let's set that to a 9. Intelligence, I'd say we're kind of neutral in terms of, like, my own intelligence, so I'd give that a 5. And now that just allocates 5 for our sexiness. You're not sexy enough to have 5. Our first challenge devised by Jester is an evil hole. Seriously, dude? I mean, come on, that's just really lame game design. I'm glad you agree with me, Claril. Our hero stands before this hole, which has slain his family from sister to brother. How will our hero handle this fearsome foe? Well, naturally, you could just, you know, jump over it or make a bridge or something, but, utilize the shaft. I wonder what that does. Claril takes off his cloak to reveal his mighty shaft as a pole. Okay, no, I'm freaking done. You can't just do that to me. I already feel dirty just, like, touching this game. Come on, guys, that's a huge nope over there. Huge nope. So I guess in order to get my reflection back from this particular room, it appears that I'm gonna have to go through some nausea. Thank you very much, Floating Lexicon, and go my way through the subconscious area in order to bring back my other alter ego, the Stranger. There is also a surprising lack of stumps around here. I'm kind of disappointed. So yeah, I have a new party member in the form of this floating book who can shoot lasers and time travel to previous turns, which is actually a pretty dope new move. But still, I fail to see any other opportunity when Mr. Jester and his screen-clearing laugh cannot come in handy. I mean, come on now, Sakurai. That's just a bit too overpowered. So, this puzzle means I gotta move with my reflection? But not really. It moves in the other direction sometimes. Other times, the other directions to face the crystal in the— Oh, okay. I solved the puzzle. Great. Okay, Mime Boys, it's time that we fight ourselves. A crystallizer? He talks too much. We beat him. And we get the Stranger. Well, I guess that moment of complete incomprehension is a good part to call it a day with Haven over here. And to say the least, It is a very perplexing game. Like, I'm not even joking over here. It's really one of those interpretive kind of stories that you need to really just take all of it in and just read a line over and over again to make sure that it makes sense to you. Otherwise, it just completely goes over your head, all things considered. With that being said, however, the surreal nature of the game is pretty intriguing, and the puzzles and the overall art direction is quite interesting indeed. And it's all topped off with a really decent combat system that has partners that feel different enough to be used in any strategic situation. It is a pretty solid RPG, I like it. So that was Haven, guys. Go ahead and check it out on Steam. I think it's like $5. And if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go wash my brain.
It's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'm sure you'll find the things I'll teach ya. Be sure to beat ya. Nevertheless, you'll get a lesson from teacher now.